8th stage of our Camino route begins in Pontevedra and follows the Pilgrim Trail, avoiding highways and rail tracks and ending for the day in Caldas de Reis, a short 21-kilometer ride. There's a single climb, a steady 7-kilometer push at the beginning, then downhill all the way to Caldas. Pontevedra is a medium-sized city of about 90,000. We found it to be a great town for wandering the numerous little cobbled streets and taking in the small squares with many restaurants and tapas bars luring us to pause. There are even some orange trees popping up here and there. Museu de Pontevedra is one of Galicia's best museums, featuring historical exhibits from the region. We visited the beautiful pilgrim chapel, Santuario de Peregrina, at Plaza Peregrina. Built in the 18th century, its floor plan is in the shape of a scallop shell, the symbol of the Camino de Santiago. You will note the scallop shells throughout in stained glass, sculptures, and brass fittings. Just outside is the lovely Jardin de Castelo San Pedro. This is a nice place to take in the view and perhaps have an ice cream. Classic old stone and timber buildings, fountains, and sculptures abound in the centrum, making it a great place to leisurely explore on foot. After breakfast the next morning, the Camino journey continues. It is pretty much straight down to the Leras River from our hotel, past the indoor farmers market and the edge of the old town. There's a park directly across from the old Roman stone Burgo Bridge, the oldest and one of several crossing the river in town. This is the Pilgrim route and well marked. Soon after crossing the river, the route exits the main road to Rua Martin Codax. In just a couple of kilometers, the route is along quiet country lanes and trails beside small vineyards, woods, farms, and several small villages. An early morning departure will likely find you in the company of walking pilgrims. When riding the pilgrim routes such as these, it's essential to have a bicycle bell to warn walkers of your passing. Rua da Gandara is a paved road that parallels the railroad tracks and crosses underneath, then continues between the tracks and small farms. There's a short stretch on Highway PO 225 which soon leads to a local road that quickly turns to a dirt path. There's a non-guarded rail crossing at 8.2 kilometers. No problem. Just be sure to watch and listen for trains. Going through San Amaro, there are a couple of opportunities to stop for lunch or refreshments. The route is well marked with these scallop shell markers, a sure sign that you're on the right track. This one points toward a dirt road that passes through a forested area. Other times you'll see the yellow arrow which points you to the pilgrim route. From here, the route alternates between paved and dirt paths with no climbing challenges. This sign warns motorists that pilgrims are walking or crossing the highway. This is the busy N550, but there is a nice wide shoulder. Soon there is an exit to a smaller road, relief from the passing cars. This is a nice paved and traffic-free road that you're sharing with pilgrims. There are quite a number of pilgrims along the trail today, mostly walkers, but some cyclists as well. There's a shared goal of being one step closer to Santiago. The vineyards are a reminder of the many wines that are made in this area. The final approach returns for a short stretch on the N550 into Caldas. Be careful here, the road is narrow with no shoulder. Our hotel is just beside the Umia River and just before a very narrow old stone bridge over the Umia. Time to get off the highway, check in, and explore on foot. The history of Caldas dates back to Roman times. This lovely little town is a real surprise. It lies between the Umia and Brahmana rivers, inhabited by early Celtic tribes and noted for its thermal gushing waters. Just look for the surrounding palm trees. The 19th century church of Santo Thomas Becket stands in the main square surrounded by palms. Thomas Becket stopped here on his pilgrimage to Santiago. Near the church is an ancient wash house filled with waters from the hot springs. Nice stop to soak the tootsies. All the bridges in town have Roman foundations and have been around since the Romans discovered this spa town. There's a nice quiet walking path beside the Umia River leading to a waterfall about 3 kilometers from the town.